You guys can see these questions too. Is it better to buy new construction or existing co-op or condo? Does anybody have, I feel like I'm answering all the questions. Does anybody have any perspective on if it's what's better to buy, honestly?
I mean, I guess it really depends on what the person really is looking for. New construction, obviously, some of the newer ones have more amenities than a property that's not new construction. Obviously, you want the neighborhoods, it's really going to be probably more amenities with the new construction ones, and then also with the time frames. If you're looking to close right away, then maybe a property that's already there, been built, they can, you don't have to wait for it to be waiting for a certificate of occupancy, construction going on. So it really depends on what you're actually looking for. I have clients that are, always, they're looking at new construction, but then ends up buying a existing because they need to move in right away. And depending on the building, they may have bigger rooms that rather than in new construction. So it really depends, I would say, on the individual.
I also think it's really important if you do new construction that you have a really good attorney, because I think that the sponsor is giving this offering plan, and you really need to have an attorney to sort of go through it. Rashida's fantastic at new construction, and I highly recommend her. I do think from a first-time buyer standpoint, you really want to make sure, because on new construction, there's like a lot of paperwork, and some of it can seem sort of remote because maybe the apartment isn't done yet. So you really sort of need really good attorney to sort of walk you through everything and also help you understand like what's standard and what's not, so that you sort of understand what you're agreeing to. But I agree. I think it really depends on what you want.
I just thought about new construction is that, you're basically buying it at the ground floor. So I always tell clients, if you're buying new construction, you're probably going to have an increase in your common charges, because now everyone gets settled in when they close and you start seeing what the actual building is needs versus a property that's already been built. They've been, operating for a couple of years. Your maintenance your common charges is probably kind of at a particular rate, and you can have more of a history there.
I also think taxes and the tax abatement is something to always consider too, because if a tax abatement is going to expire, and or if the taxes are really low right now, like the person that I am selling to, and they are going to have, a $2,100 mortgage payment, their taxes they have an abatement, and it's going to expire at some point, and their monthlies are going to slowly go up, but I think they'll be manageable.